Namaste to all of you. Today's topic is Dhatu. In our body we have got different dhatus. That means we have got different type of cells and tissues that make our organs and system in our body. We have already discussed that we have got three different biological forces in our body. These are Vata, Pitta, Kapha. These are sort of forces. You can't see that. You can't perceive that. This is sort of energy. And energy needs a material, to exhibit its action. So Vata, Pitta, Kapha, these three biological forces in our body, they exhibit their action through 7 types of dhatus in our body. So if I'm lifting my hand, there should be a force. So Vata is doing that. I'm speaking. This is because of the Vata. But if I speak, then my muscles are taking a different shape. Vata here is a force and it exhibits its action through muscles of my face. So you can say that this is energy and media, energy and material. So energy needs a sort of media to exhibit its action. So we have got 7 types of tissues in our body. They are plasma, we call that rasa, blood, muscles, fat, bones, bone marrow, and sperms. After digestion, that food is divided into 2 portions. One is nourishing and the second one is a waste. So that nourishing fluid, that is the essence part of the food, that circulates in our whole body constantly. And its main function is to help making other 6 type of tissues, 6 type of dhatus. So you can say that all nourishing fluids in our body, may it be pleural, synovial, cerebrospinal, these type of fluids in our body, we can call rasa, we can call that plasma. In fact, this is water electrolyte material in our body. So after that, we have got blood tissue. We call that rakta. So blood, you can have quality-wise and quantity-wise only if your rasa was quality and quantity-wise okay. It means that if rasa is made properly, then only you can have rakta, then only you can have blood. So in Ayurveda, we say that rasa dhatu, with the help of ranjaka pitta, that get converts into blood. And that is a solid part of the blood. So like white blood corpuscles, red blood corpuscles, hemoglobin, and blood platelets, this is all in the blood tissue. So this blood tissue, if it's made properly, if it's quality-wise and quantity-wise okay, then it's going to produce next type of tissue, we call that muscle tissue. And that muscle tissue is, main function of this is to give support to our body, to make all type of activities, to lift weight, to walk, to do a lot of activities. We need muscles, muscle strength. So smearing is its main function. So after muscles, if it's made properly, then the next tissue what our body makes, that is fat tissue. We call that Meda Dhatu. It's related to Kapha dosha. It's adipose tissues, fatty tissue. So it's oily in nature. So all oily and soft food whatsoever we eat after digestion, that produced Meda Dhatu, that produced fat type of tissue. So it's directly related to kapha dosha. Then after having quality-wise good fat tissue, body produces bone tissues out of it. That bone tissue are hardest, firmest, very strong, rough and hard. It's related to vata type of qualities. It protects all the vital organs like a heart and lungs in our body. And it's related to vata, and it's indirectly proportional to vata. If vata increases, then asthi, bone tissue, decreases in quality. If vata increases, then quality of bones that will decrease, like osteoporosis. So to have good bone tissues, we should see into it that vata doesn't get activated. Then next we have got majja. Majja we call bone marrow. And bone marrow is always filled in the cavities of the long bones. Bone marrow is always filled in the cavities of long bones. And you can say that bone tissues that nourishes your bone marrow. And you can say that bone marrow is sort of nervous tissues. So all the problem of nervous tissues that has got relation with bone marrow. Then very important tissue what we get after bone marrow is shukra. Shukra we call sperms and ovum in our body. It's reproductive male and female seed. It's important for germination, not only for sexual purpose, not only for enjoyment, not only for reproduction, but also it's present in every cell of our body, because every cell of our reproduces, it rejuvenates, it multiplies. So this energy is present in the whole body. Then we have got, after this 7 type of tissues, in Ayurveda we believe that there are secondary type of tissues also. And difference between these main 7 type of tissue is that one tissue nourishes the other. Like I said, that rasa is responsible to make quality and quantity-wise blood. Blood is responsible for muscle. Muscle is responsible for the bones. Bone for the bone marrow. One is responsible for the other. But secondary type of tissues, what we call Upadhatu, they don't produce anything further. For example, breast milk and menstruation blood, that is secondary type of tissue, that is Upadhatu, of Rasadhatu. And 6 layers of our skin that is made out of the muscles, it's secondary type of tissues, is Upadhatu. And also ligaments in our body, that's made of the fat cells. So these are all Upadhatus. And tendons and blood vessels in our body, that are secondary type of tissue, Upadhatu, of the blood tissue. These have got a special function but doesn't feed, doesn't nourish any other dhatus. So that is small difference in between dhatus and upadhatus. Then we have got a concept of waste products in our body. So whensoever there is transformation, there is always waste products. Now we have said that these body tissues are being converted. So then there is always waste product also. Like when we eat food, we have got urine and stool as a waste product. So our plasma, rasa dhatu, that has got phlegm or cough, you can say, as a waste product. And blood has got a waste product, what we call bile. And fat has got a waste product, that is sweat. So sweat is much more by people having more fat. So it's a more waste product. And then you have got bones. Bone has got waste products like hair in our body. So this beard, hair, body hair, they all are byproduct or waste product of the bone tissues. And if we see that byproduct or waste product is not good, in this case, if our hair quality-wise and quantity-wise is not good, then we have to see the main tissue it comes from. And in this case, it comes from bones. So we should then always go and correct that bone tissue. That way we can see how our body structure is made and what it needs to be good. In any case, one thing is sure that food is important to feed all type of body tissues. So in our food, all type of elements should be there to feed these 7 type of tissues. So one should take complete food. And in next lessons, I'll be speaking in detail on each and every dhatu, plasma, blood, muscles, fat, bone, bone marrow, like that, to make it more clear for you. Thank you very much.